Good morning. Namaste. Thank you for watching today's video. Today I want to talk to you about Tantra. I didn't think I was, but it would appear that I am a Tantric yogi and Bhakti yogi as well. And I have recently just come back to the UK after being in India and Spain, teaching and learning yoga. And Tantra for me has been a phenomenal healing process and very much about the self, not about sex. And coming back to the UK, everybody just immediately, whenever I start talking about Tantra, going, oh, how did you find a tantric partner? Or like, isn't it just about sex? Oh, I'm not ready for that. I'm not ready for that level of intimacy with another person. And that is just not what Tantra is about. It's what Tantra has become because sex sells. And when the yogis came over in the 70s and 80s and 60s and since then basically, to get the message across of the deeper meaning of Tantra, they've had to get people in on a level of which they're able to, or they want to come forward, which is sex, because sex sells. It always has done. I used to say, whatever gets you on the mat, if it's a pretty girl, come and try yoga, you might get into bed with her. Like, whatever gets you on the mat, bribing for a beer, whatever. Because once you get on the mat and you start experiencing the transformations that happen within the self and the sensations that happen within your body, that's then when they start to recognize that actually it's not about sex, or it's not about physical exercise. It is actually about a transformation of your consciousness. I have had many teachers over the years, and it's only really been in the last 6 months that this element of Tantra and has opened up this idea that actually we are perfect. We are beings of divine consciousness, and we are beings of human consciousness. And being human means that we have ego, we have anger, we have sadness, we have grief, we have happiness, we have joy. We have these emotions in us. They are part of us being human consciousness. And many yogic teachings and traditions tell us that we must control them, that we must suppress them or ignore them, or control them basically, which then and makes us feel like we shouldn't feel these things. We shouldn't feel anger, we shouldn't feel desire, we shouldn't feel greed, or we shouldn't allow our ego to drive us, but they're a part of what make us human, so they must be necessary. And the wonderful thing about Tantra is that it allows us to accept us, who we are at this very point in time. And that is a human being with emotions. We have been through experiences that have cultivated a personality, and that is who we are. And what the practices of Tantra, what they do, and this is kind of where the sex thing comes into it a little bit, is that Tantra means technology. It means it's a technique. It's a technique and an internal technology to transform those emotions, that sexual feeling, the anger, the happiness, the greed, the desire, transform that into spiritual energy or into cosmic consciousness, and we physically rise that energy up and allow it to come forth and come out. So we must allow the emotions to come out, otherwise how on earth are we going to transform it? So I'm going to be doing a series of videos that are going to help you to transform this energy, and give yourself permission to feel anger and to feel desire, and to ask yourself, why am I feeling like this? And just to let it out. Like, if you want to scream, scream. Like, Tantra is purely about the acceptance of who you are at this very moment in time, because that is all that's real. And we must accept everything that has happened, and we must accept everything that is going to happen. But more importantly, we must accept who we are right now and allow ourselves to be that person and feel what comes up. And Tantra teaches us to feel and allow and then transform. And there are practices that we do, and small practices, and that just give us permission and help us with that. Now, a lot of the Tantra teachings, they're meditation based, which is another reason why it's all about sex, because people just don't want to sit and meditate. People don't want enlightenment either. Like, the whole premise of Tantra is to transform us into enlightened beings. People don't want enlightenment. They want good jobs. They want healthy relationships. They want a fulfilled life with their children. They want money. They want things that are going to immediately impact and enhance their human life in this human world and in this human reality. So to try and sell something that is selling enlightenment, people don't want that, because people see enlightenment as these yogis sat in the Himalayas being completely removed from society. People don't want that, because the mind wants what it's got right in front of us, which is a human existence. So today I'm just going to give the principles of tantric breathing, which is literally breathing. It's not really even a principle. But it's about when we feel emotions or anything like that, you sit, you relax the stomach and you relax your body, and it's not sitting like this and being like, it's not that. It's softening, allowing, breathing into the, just allowing, not even breathing into the belly. It's just allowing where your breath falls. Some people breathe more in the chest, some people breathe more in the belly, but it's softening the whole of the torso and allowing yourself to breathe. So I would encourage you to start off with, to just give yourself 10 breaths every day. So just wake up. You can just lie in bed. You don't have to sit in a meditative position. You could just lie in bed and just give yourself 10 breaths. And just allow yourself to feel how you feel and notice what's going on inside. Can you feel twitches? Can you feel uncertainty about the day ahead? Do you feel anger for something that happened the day before? When those feelings come up, you recognize them. You go, okay, interesting, I'm angry. Okay, I feel better now. And once you've felt what's going on, then bring the awareness into your heart space. And if that means bringing the breath into your heart space too, bringing your hand to your heart. And start tapping into the love that you have for yourself. And if finding love for yourself is too difficult, then find love that you have for someone else. And, feel into that electromagnetic field within our heart. Like, feel that sort of warm feeling that starts to expand out with every breath. And feel that within you. And then make yourself smile. And remind yourself that you are perfect. That you are a cosmic being. And that you are in exactly the right place. And you are exactly where you need to be. And you are exactly who you need to be right now. Just take a deep breath. And allow yourself to just be in that moment until you want to come out. And then go about your day. In my next video, I'm going to give you a chakra balancing chant, and we'll do it together. And it's a chant that goes through all the chakras to help balance and to help you get a sense of what it means to transform this energy that's inside of you. So we'll do that next time, and I'll also touch on how you can start incorporating, or why Tantra has got such a impact on relationships, and why sex does sell it, because this love that we've just tapped into within our hearts, when we start having that love for ourselves, and when we start connecting to ourselves and having that open awareness from a place of unconditional love, the bubble expands, and then things start happening. And because we've got a heightened level of awareness, these encounters start having a bit more meaning. So we'll touch on that on the next video. But for today and for the next coming days, just take those 10 breaths. Allow yourself to feel how you feel. And then coming into a place of love, feeling into the heart. Tell yourself that you're fucking awesome, because you are. And then go about your day. So remember, Tantra is not about sex. It's about you being awesome and you accepting the fact that you are awesome. And then we transform that human awesomeness into cosmic awesomeness. That's what Tantra is about. It's about a transformation of self. Okay, namaste, yogis. Have a wonderful day.